Giles of the Goalie Podcast recaps Minnesota Wild losing 2-1 Boston Bruins in overtime. Brad Marchand game-winning goal. Ben, as we kind of alluded to on the podcast, Wild get 3 out of 4 points and a back-to-back homestand against 2 of the best teams in the league. You have to kind of take it from a glass half full kind of a perspective here.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it certainly stings not getting the win, but you've got a back-to-back against 2 teams that have already clinched playoff berths. I think 3 points is a pretty lofty goal, quite honestly. So you have to be somewhat happy with the way they played. The first period against Nashville wasn't great, but they really kind of took it to them in the second period and into the third. And then against Boston, it seemed like they were getting good chances, but Tuukka Rask was really up to the task. So you can't be too upset about it. If you know, the worst problem you have is Tuukka Rask outplaying Alex Stalock, that's not so bad.
You mentioned Alex Stalock. Maybe structurally or fundamentally didn't look too sharp tonight.
Well, he never really does, and that's kind of his issue. He's a little bit all over the place positionally, but that's just who Alex Stalock is. He's just an athletic goaltender who isn't super quiet with his footwork or with any of his positioning, like we're used to seeing out of the gargantuan Devin Dubnyk. So, yeah, that Alex Stalock. That's just kind of what Stalock is. I don't think he was terrible in this game. I kind of tipped my cap to the game-winning shot from Marchand. It was a good shot. I mean, he blew past Dumba and rifled one. Dumba tried to push him wide as much as he could, but that shot was just tremendously placed. Not much you can do about it.
Yeah. So that is. That's kind of the game in a nutshell. The Wild just kind of hung around and were able to snag a point, and now they are off to Nashville on Tuesday for the final game in the season series against the Predators. And as we saw on Saturday, the Wild have had the Predators number all year, so maybe there's something to look forward to there. But you got to kind of take it with a large grain of salt. The Wild are not that good on the road this year, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of a team they show up to be on Tuesday night. So that will wrap it up for us for the game recap. Do check out the new Giles and the Goalie Podcast, episode 143. That will be released on Monday. We hit a lot of different things, so do check that out on SoundCloud, iTunes, own coverage, however the hell you listen to podcasts. So do look for that, and we will chat with you again later in the week.